Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, masters. Whenever you are ready, please open your hands and place on your eyes. Thank you all, masters, for this beautiful meditation. Welcome all of you. Thanks to our Guru, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Thanks to our Guru, Master Tarkom Saradarian. Thanks to all the masters, whoever is helping us with all the wisdom. And thanks to all the masters, whoever is joining all the sessions. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. So welcome all of you for the 15th day of Karma Consciousness Season 2. Thank you all, masters. And happy Pongal and happy Sankranti to each and every one of you. Hope you celebrated very well. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay, masters. Let us learn more about karma today. So karma and choice. So karma is nothing but our own choices. So each and every action is our own choice. The way we think, the way we feel, the way we speak, the way we do things. So everything is based upon our choice only, masters. So that is why master is telling karma is but the condition of the choice. So we can choose whatever we want in our lives. We have that free will. But we cannot escape the consequences of our choices. So you be the way you want to be, but be ready to face the consequences as well. Right? So we choose this intentionally or unintentionally. Everything is our own choice, masters. So either we choose to evolve or to satisfy our ego, to satisfy our personal interests, or to gain some benefits in this materialistic world. So when we take wrong actions, when we think about wrong things or evil things, so we are creating karma because we are bringing imbalances into the universe. When we choose the right things, we reap the benefits. Similarly, when we choose the wrong things, we face the consequences accordingly. Okay, so most of our actions, Master is telling, most of our actions are mechanical. That's why they create effects. So each effect will be turning into karma. Because repetitively, we are doing the same things again and again. Like a machine. So how a machine works actually. You design it for doing some purpose. So it keeps doing the same thing again and again repetitively. Right? So similarly, if we are also living in a mechanical way, without even aware of what we are doing, what we are thinking, what we are speaking, how we are feeling, if we are not conscious of our actions, our thoughts, our feelings, emotions, we repeat them same way again and again. So that's how we create a mechanical life for ourselves. It's like an automation. So we act the same way every day. So if you want to have a different life, if you want to have a different experiences, then we need to change the way we think, change the way we feel, change the way we do things. So this is something we need to look into ourselves, masters. So without making any change in our thoughts, without changing our feelings, our emotions, or without changing the way we do things, nothing will change in our experiences. And our life will not change at all. So that is the problem with all of us. We want a change. We want something better, something wonderful, something beautiful. But we don't want to change anything within us, right? So that's where the problem. So our expectations and our choices, our actions, our thoughts are not matching. So we need to align everything. Only then we can achieve the desired results. You are expecting something means you need to make sure you are vibrating at that level by thoughts, by actions, by feelings. No, no, I want to be like this, but I want my life to be like that. So it cannot be possible, right? So it is our own effort. We need to, by our own efforts, we have to make things happen. You don't want to move an inch, but you want to be there somewhere else. How you can be there? So we need to think about it. We need to put some conscious efforts and we need to align ourselves. We need to match our vibrations at all levels towards what we wanted, towards what we needed, right? And some people, Master is telling, some people also speak about actions that are forced upon us by obsession or possession. So then how come, because I am being possessed by something else, or I am obsessed with something else. Because of that, I couldn't resist that action. So I took some action, which is actually a wrong thing, or evil thing, or causing some disturbance to others. So how can it be a karma of mine? How can it be my choice? Because you have attracted such kind of conditions, such kind of environment by your actions, by your thoughts, by your feelings into your lives. So indirectly, it is your own choices that attracted those things, those negative things into your life. So you are being manipulated. So you are being obsessed. You are being possessed. So you never worked upon yourself to strengthen yourself. So you always move towards something that is weakening yourself so that everybody can take advantage of you. So that's why Master says nothing happens by accident. So whatever is happening in our lives, we are the responsible persons, either directly or indirectly. We may think we are indirectly being up. We are not responsible when somebody is possessing us. But that opportunity you gave. So indirectly we are responsible for it. And there is some another point as well. Some attacks we receive not because of our karma. So along with all the righteous things, righteous forces that are available in this universe, there are some dark forces which are all there, which are working against the light, against love, against the beauty. So when somebody is doing some great things and he's attaining and he's growing towards light and doing such a great things and making so much, bringing so much awareness and enlightenment to the people, then dark forces will try to attack them with something, with some challenges in one or the other way. So Master is telling, so when you are being attacked by dark forces, though you are in the right path and you are striving for a great cause, great purpose, so they will bring some challenges so that you will not be attained that light. You will not be attained the enlightenment, or you will not be succeeded in your path. So those are not because of karma, but because of dark forces. They work against the love. They work against the whole purpose. Dark energies. So all the fear, whatever we are talking about, all the worriness, all the stress. So when we give that into when we give our attention towards fear, towards worrying, these are all the energies of dark forces actually. So people will be thrown into some difficult things so that they fear much about what they wanted to do. So they don't want to make people enlightened. They don't want to make people aware. So they bring more fear into people, more chaos, more challenges, or more worry into people. So when we are attacked by dark forces, then those will be taken care by the higher masters. But those will not become our karma. No, those are not because of our karma, his master is telling. And at the same time, again, we cannot say that, okay, I'm facing some challenge, so it is because of dark forces. No. That's what master again telling. Sometimes our striving toward beauty and light creates physical, emotional, and mental problems. So these are not because of the dark forces, but because of our past karma. So you are doing something for the society or for someone, some great thing. So whenever we do some great things, obviously there will be some challenges in one or the other way. So we may have some physical problems, some mental issues, some emotional outburst. So all this because of our past as well. Okay, so we need to be in a position to understand which is because of dark forces, which is because of our past karma. Again, we'll be able to understand that only when we raise our awareness, when we raise our consciousness to certain level, to certain degree. Okay, masters. And as we already learning, right? Karma is not something that we cannot escape. But when we truly moving towards light and doing great services and sacrificial service especially, then those will help us overcome the karma. And especially when we do something, a great service to the people whom we don't know. Again, when you do some service to your family or your friends, you cannot say it is a sacrificial service because you are helping the people whom you know. You are very much associated with your family and with your friends. So you know very well that you are helping yourself actually because it is a family, right? It is your own circle. You are doing some service, some help to your own circle, to your own family, your own friends. So that will not be treated as a greatest service. Like we already mentioned, right? So for our family, we do a lot of things. Those are all responsibilities, not services. I have done this much for my family, for my kids, for my parents. So you cannot say that as a service. That is your responsibility. So that's why Master is telling it is a safest sacrifice. So this will be considered as the safest sacrifice when we do something to our friends and family. Okay. So the real service is something if you do to the person whom we don't even know, or from whom we cannot get anything at all. So without expecting anything, if you do something to the other one whom you don't know, then that will be considered as a sacrificial service. Sacrificial service means by losing something if you're doing, then that is sacrificial service. So not every service is sacrificial. Because you have time, you do some service, then it is a service, not sacrificial service. But you don't have time, but still to do something good for somebody else, you taken time and then sacrifice some of your tasks and did something for others. So that kind of things, if you lose something but still you go with doing something for others, then it is called sacrificial services. Okay. And Master is telling our solar angel, our higher self, does not violate karma, but they will give us some hints, some signs of upcoming karmas, like health issues. Suppose you are going to face a bigger challenge with health. So you will be given some little signs about your health before it is established in a highest way. So for each and every one of us masters, it will be given definitely. Before something big is happening, before something greater is getting revealed, our health will, our body will give us some signs. Something is not right, and we may have to take some measures. Also, we have to take care properly. So we all will be given those kind of signs. Actually, our body will give us, our circumstances will give us. So nobody can interfere in the karma, but they can help us understand something is on our way. Indirectly, they can convey things. That's what great masters, great gurus will do. They don't tell you are going to face this at this time like that, but they will give a hint related to what is coming your way. But that is not something directly we can understand. It is an indirect way of communicating. Okay. Yeah. So again, everyone cannot do this actually. Okay. Only a great gurus are disciples of gurus who are at the highest stage or at the advanced level. So they know things very well and they will communicate as much as needed without interfering with karma. Okay. At the same time, a true teacher teaches the ways and means of discovering wisdom and how to bloom. So always gurus will teach us how to gain wisdom and how to evolve in the path of spirituality and how to apply the spirituality into life. We think that life is different. This physical reality is different and the spiritual reality is different. No, both are same. When we know spirituality, we'll be able to live physical life properly. So both are not different, both are same. So the rest is left to the student. So everybody will give us a way to learn, to go, to travel. But it is the one who is traveling has to learn things and accumulate. And there is one more thing Master is telling. Whenever we create karma, it is under the law of dates that decides when karma will manifest. So we all know, right? If we do something, we are creating karma that will come back to us. So when it is going to come back to us, that nobody knows, right? So that's what Master is telling. It is under the law of dates which will decide when that karma has to manifest. So it can be after one lifetime, or it can be after 100 lifetimes, or it can be after a year, or it can be immediately, instantly. So that is something we cannot understand. That is not at our level of understanding, masters. So that's what master is telling. Sometimes karma is met 5 lives later, or is met in 3 months, or instantaneously. So to know the dates of manifestation of karma is beyond our ability, as it is entered into the computer which processes the group, national, global, cosmic karma. So karma is not something related to one person, masters. Okay. We all know, right? We all learned so many things. We have our own karma, we have a family karma, group karma, all different karmas we have, right? So our single action will interrupt so many things. Okay. So there is a higher level system which monitors everything. That will decide when particular karma will be coming back to us, depending upon all the calculations. So it will monitor all the group karma, national karma, global karma, and cosmic karma also, masters. So we think that we are already learned in our sessions. It's not that once we attain some all the lessons that we learned in this earth. So that is the end of learning here on the plane earth. Then we will leave the planet earth. But that is not the end. That is the beginning to something else. So whatever we are learning here is in this school, in the earth school. So once we attain this degree, we go to the next school. So there is much more coming, masters. During whenever that comes, we will discuss about that. So there is much more. So master is telling the same thing only. Depending upon the respective group karma, national karma, global karma, and cosmic karma, the law of karma decides when that karma has to come back and we have to pay back. So it is beyond our ability to understand. Yeah. So master is telling in a different way here. We must consider our karma as a chemical compound. So here chemical compound means, what is that chemical compound? Is nothing but heroic actions, sacrifices, devotion, great services, striving towards beauty, exhibiting compassion, choosing love, being kind. So all these righteous things, all the beautiful things we need to cling on to. We need to exhibit. We need to cultivate in our lives. So whatever might be the situation, whatever might be the persons we are coming across, however difficult they might be, however challenging they might be, we always need to choose love, compassion, kindness, peace. So these are the chemicals that we need to cultivate within ourselves. So then the karma equation changes. And master is telling human soul is immortal only if he is one with the intuition. We all hear this word immortal, right? So when we can become immortal? Only when we can awake our intuition levels. Only when we reach that intuition level and when we awakened our intuition to a certain degree, certain level of understanding, then we can become immortal. And master is telling, when a soul is in the mental plane, fuses with the buddhic substance, it radiates a light which is called Taijasi in Sanskrit. So in mental plane also, when we awakened to certain extent, where we exhibit some kind of Buddhic nature, Buddha nature, but not Buddha completely. Okay, part of it. Then we will illuminate ourselves with a greater light. But we are not there yet. Okay, we cannot say that we are in the beingness. We still have to work upon ourselves to become a complete Buddha. And there is one more myth we all will be having. When we leave our body, we think that we go to hell, we go to heaven, right? So there is no hell, no heaven separately, masters. All the hell, all the heaven is on the earth. So what are the righteous things, what are the beautiful things we are doing, then that is heaven, heavenly things. What are the wrong things, what are the evil things we are doing, again we have to come back and pay back. That is nothing but the hell. So all the pains, all the sufferings, all the troubles, challenges, these are all because of our wrong actions. So people think we face our karma when we leave our body. This is not true. We pay for our past karma when we incarnate again on the physical plane. So hell is not there somewhere else, masters. What we do, we again reap here. So when we have done something wrong, something evil, something disastrous, then that is what we pay back here. That is nothing but hell. But when we do something right, something beautiful, something honest, something aligned with the spirituality, higher worlds, then that is nothing but heavenly life. So when we leave the body, Master is telling, soul receives only the reward for the unmerited sufferings endured during its last past existence. So when we do something, some services, great services. So through services, we feel we go through some kind of sufferings, right? So for that, we get benefits over there in the spiritual worlds. But if the particular person has nothing, no leave about services, is not in the righteous path. Okay, everything he has disturbed many things. Then only there will be having some difficulty in the other planes when we leave the body and come back. So we already learnt about this one, right? When we leave the body without having any progress in our lives, or we didn't raised our awareness to certain level, then we will be stuck in the etheric plane. We can't learn anything, or we can't do anything also. So that is nothing but the hell only. Actually, we live alone there. It's like a hell only. Okay, so that's what we feel here, isn't it? So apart from that, there is no heaven, no hell, masters, anywhere. Whatever is there on this planet Earth only we have. So that we have to understand. Okay, yeah, and one more uh, thing master is explaining, much more clarity, much more detailed level understanding. Often we think that what we do, what our nation or humanity does becomes our karma. This is what we have learned so far, right? But such a conclusion is not complete. So master is telling it is not complete truth, it is only the part of the truth. So what is the complete truth? Because of the purpose of the solar lord, our karma is to advance forever on the path of the cosmic destiny. This is the most essential karma. So we learned about core karma, right, in one of our sessions. So apart from our karma, there is another one which is purpose of the Lord, purpose of the great Almighty, the source. So that is the real karma that we all have to achieve. So what is that is? Moving towards cosmic destiny. We are on the planet Earth Masters. So we are on the planetary destiny. So Master is talking about cosmic destiny. So we will discuss about this further in detail in some other sessions, in the coming sessions. For now, just remember this point. So our journey is towards that cosmic destiny. So don't think that our destiny ends at any particular state. It is a continuous evolution. It never ever ends. So that's why great sage says, Master is telling, great sage says, eternal, indefatigable is the labor of ascent. This is the eternal motion. This eternal motion is your karma. So it is a never ending journey for all of us, masters. So we have to persistently work, persistently, continuously, tirelessly. We should work on upon ourselves and for the whole until we become that source, the Almighty. And then we become co-creators. Yeah, again, this is one more important thing we need to understand. So we all know that there are many, many spiritual groups who are working for the benefit of many people, for the humanity. Different spiritual groups are there, right? Many communication communities, different groups. Everyone teaching in the way they understand. So everyone has a righteous purpose. Only the ways, the methods are different. So Master is telling people think that they can easily be part of a spiritual or esoteric group, but that is not true. So if one has to be in that great spiritual path to do spiritual work, one has to clear most of their karmic debts. How much means 70%. So if any particular person, any particular soul cleared 70% or more of their karma, then they purified themselves a lot, right? The more and more karma we are clearing off means we are purifying ourselves more. We are becoming more and more purer. So only those can enter into this path of spirituality who can do continuously spiritual works and spiritual programs. So it's not that everybody can do this, masters. And because of, it's not that they can't do, because of their karmic weightage they are carrying upon their shoulders, they can't enter into this path at all. So one has to be clearing most of their karmic debts to be in the path of spirituality continuously. So Master is telling, however, you can penetrate into a group to manipulate. So still somebody can go into these groups by pretending, by manipulating things to gain some personal interest or to slander that group or to bring some damage within the group, to create some disturbances within the group. So there might be some people who is working against us, against the beauty, against the light, right? So they try to come into the groups and they try to bring some disturbances to the group. But eventually they will be thrown out of the groups. And they will not be able to learn much from the group at all. Because each and every group follows a particular teaching and particular discipline. right? So they'll not be able to learn anything after that. If somebody is pretending or for some personal gain, if one joins a spiritual group. So when we are joining a spiritual group, we should be very clear that it is to do something for the better for each and everyone, not for personal gains. Okay, so what prevents them from being a real part of the group is their karma. And that such people sooner or later leave the spiritual group in peace or create confusion. So those who join the groups for personal interests, they will live peacefully. But those who has joined the groups with some malicious intentions, some wrong intentions, then they may cause some disturbances in the group and they leave the groups. That's what Master is telling. But after they leave the group, their personal karma heavily descends on them. So when we do such kind of activity, we accumulate more and more karmas. And when we leave those kind of groups, definitely those persons will go through so much of personal karma. And Master is telling one more beautiful point. We all know, right? When you do meditation separately, we will be having certain kind of energies. Whereas when we do in a group, the energies will be more because it is the group consciousness. So each and everyone will get benefited from the group consciousness. The similar concept here as well. When a spiritual group is there, so they share the karma of all the groups, all the people in that group. So that's what Master is telling. Group members ease the karma of each member by sharing it. So that is also one more advantage, Masters. So it's not that only meditation, by doing meditation together, we gain more energies. Even our karma will be eased out because we'll be having that group consciousness, group energy. So when you are facing a challenge yourself, you may face some tough challenge. But when you have a group energy along with you, you can feel little bit eased, little bit comfortable, little bit courageous, right? So that's what Master is telling. So when we leave these spiritual groups, those who is actually who joined the groups with wrong intentions. So when they leave the group, that is what happens to them because they already accumulated so much karma, and now when they come out of the group, that group energy will be missing. Okay, then he has to face everything all alone. So that's why it is very, very important. Without having righteous intentions, without having a righteous purpose, we should not be entering into spiritual groups. Or first of all, we cannot enter into spiritual groups. That's what Master is telling. If one has to be committed, one has to be joining any spiritual group with it, then they should be attained some certain level of awareness, certain level of understanding, intelligence, purity of heart, and willingness to commit and sacrifice. So only these people can survive in the spiritual groups because it demands more from you. Because each spiritual group has some purpose. They have some motive, some great cause behind that particular group. So if you are joining the group, you should be committed and you should work towards that common goal, not for your own personal growth. When you work towards for a common goal, automatically you also evolve along with everyone. Okay. So that's what Master finally telling. One must release himself from his own karma to a high percentage to be able to participate in a group service and group striving. Okay, Masters. Yeah, we'll pass the session here. today. We will continue tomorrow. Thank you all, masters. Hope you are able to follow. Thank you all. If anyone have anything to share or anything if you want to ask, you can ask, masters. Thank you all. Thank you, masters, for your messages. Okay, masters, if nothing from anyone, yeah. Thank you all for your messages. Okay, masters. Thank you.
Saying that, hello, I say that joining the group, this gives us the time, particular time and discipline to join, like, 8:45, I'm getting ready to do this. And with the group, because I see other people also, that gives me commitment as well to see them and getting it together, doing, and every day learning a bit of the things and learning good things. So group from group, and get encouragement from other people to speak as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise I won't speak. So slowly that.
Yeah.
And saying no, like, if I'm 9 o'clock, like, I've sometime with the friends or the family, someone say, oh, I can't say no to my family, my children, or somebody, that I'm doing this, I will be, no. If they do, children do their own thing, or my neighbor do their own thing, they say no to me, Mom, I'm busy, or so. So when I'm busy, I'm doing my meditation, I'll say, son, I'm doing that, I'm busy, I'll talk to you tomorrow, or something like that. I can say it politely. I don't have to be rude. So thank you very much. This is giving me so much discipline in the doing this meditation. And thank you from bottom of my heart. I bless you. You're doing the very nice thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you to
very much,
everyone,
madam.
to please everyone join on time, and
Yeah.
it's for your own benefit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. We're all thankful to Master Tarkam Saradaran, definitely. Such a great wisdom Master is sharing, and it's a wonderful learnings for all of us, masters. And so much more is coming. So please join regularly and get the benefit out of all the things. Yeah. Thank you all, masters, once again. Yeah. Happy night, all of you. We'll close the session. We'll continue tomorrow again.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Dhanyavad.
Good night.
Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad.